Hello guys, I am now in Kuta Lombok and I've been here for about 2 months. This is what I can call my home, which is right behind me. And yeah, I'm basically surrounded by chickens, cows, fruit trees and nature, which is absolutely amazing. Really brilliant place. And in this video I'm going to show you basically two parts. The first one is going to be what I use to do digital design on the road, and the second part is going to be what I use to get my equipment from point A to point B and always keep my stuff safe and in perfect order. So here are most of the devices that I use to do digital design on the road. It looks like quite a lot of stuff, but it actually fits pretty nicely into my bag. Sorry, there's a cockerel making a lot of noise outside, but hopefully you can hear me. So I've got this Yi camera, which is the Chinese version of the GoPro, and this comes with all these attachments that allows you to record in multiple settings. I've got this pod here and a waterproof case that allows me to record pretty much anywhere. And then with it I've got several different SD cards. So I've got this 8GB SD card, I've got a 32 one on my camera, I've got a DSLR camera as well, and I've got these two micro SD cards which are 64 gigs each, and an adapter that allows me to connect it to my computer. I also have this adapter that I use for connecting things to my computer or to any other device, and then I've got this cloth that allows me to wipe any of the camera lenses and make sure that they work properly. It's quite hard to keep them clean in moist environments, and these are really handy to have. Then I've got this protector for my camera. I'll show you my DSLR camera in a second. A charger for my camera and a charging cable for it as well. Then I've got this diary that I use for jotting down stuff that I need to remember. Whenever I talk to a client, I use this. It's really important to keep all this information stored somewhere that you know actually what you're doing. It's quite easy to lose track of what you've said, so yeah, always keep that and pen and pencil readily available so that you can actually write stuff down. I use my Kindle a lot. I download a lot of ebooks and then study stuff or write stuff down. It's really cool to have on the road. And then I've got these power packs which are completely indispensable. I carry two of them, a big one and a small one, which gives me about 4 or 5 charges. And it's really good for when you are moving around. The other day I was stuck on a boat, Indonesian style. They decided that the boat was not going to come out, and the schedule was, it was scheduled to arrive at 2, it ended up arriving at 8 o'clock at night. So I had to have the call, and this was indispensable to do that call and to actually talk to my client. Then I've got my music stuff here. I've got an old iTouch which I use to store a lot of music, and then I can actually see all this music on the road. I've got this external sound card that I use for mixing whenever I have a bit of spare time. I use these headphones a lot, which are nothing special, just allow me to listen to music wherever I am. And then I've got my phone here, which allows me to be connected at all times. I always carry a local SIM card. At the moment it's an Indonesian one with 9 gigs, which I use a lot to connect to the internet in my house, which doesn't have Wi-Fi. And it's actually pretty good. The data just seems to last forever, so it's absolutely handy. Then I've got loads of different cables. I actually have a bag with more cables, but I didn't want to put them here. I have loads of USB cables, which are always super handy, and they're always necessary for charging different devices, and they always seem to break or somebody seems to take them away, so that's super handy. And then I've got my trusty computer here, which is actually pretty old, pretty heavy and pretty chunky, but it works pretty well and it does the job that I need to do. And it actually, if it does get stolen, it's fine because it doesn't cost that much money, so I can always replace it pretty easily, which is the case with most of my devices here. They're all pretty replaceable, nothing costs more. This whole table doesn't surpass £2,000, so if disaster does happen, I can replace most of the stuff. I have a hard drive here as well, which I try to keep separate from my computer, and then that way all my stuff is stored safely somewhere. I actually have another hard drive back in London with most of the stuff I have produced, and that way all my stuff is always stored somewhere. I always store my stuff online as well, and because I work with websites quite a lot, most of the stuff is anyway backed up online, so that's pretty handy. This is my camera. I have a DSLR, a Nikon D90 with a pretty handy
lens. It actually has a 18 to 105 zoom, so it's pretty handy. It allows me to take photographs in pretty much any environment. I don't carry any more lenses, but I am thinking of getting a few more. And then I bought this really light tripod that actually allows me to, do a lot of my recording, a lot of photography on the road, and it's really handy, super sturdy, and you can also attach stuff to it, so it's pretty good. It's called a Zomme, and it's actually been working really well. Thank you for watching my video. If you'd like to see all the descriptions of the equipment I use, it will be on the description of the video. And please stay for part number 2 so that you can see how I transfer all my equipment from point A to point B.